It's finally here, the week the recruits have been waiting for since October, graduation week. But before they walk across the stage, the recruits get to bring their families to the academy for Family Day, a day where they get to show their families all they've been doing, introduce them to the recruitment staff, and even show them some of the people they'll be working with in their divisions.
If we can get everybody inside that's coming, we'll get started.
My name is Brad Koch, and I have the honor and privilege of working here at the Training Academy. Currently, I oversee our recruiting and our training, which includes responsible for the recruit training for the 32 of you and your family. And I want to start off by first saying we have, I'd like to introduce some of the staff that is here with us. And if you guys can all come down here, please, that'd be great. Typical cop mentality, even those from different divisions. This is Amy Davis. She's our lieutenant. She is our school director, responsible for ensuring the BLET, or Basic Law Enforcement Training curriculum, gets sent to you. We have, well, I'll go get to her last. We have Crystal Fletcher, who is our in-service sergeant. I'm not sure who you are.
I work for you in Independence.
Do you still work in Independence?
Yes, sir.
You're a training officer?
Yes, sir.
So this is Officer Doris. He's a training officer in Independence Division. We have Trent Beam, who is lieutenant in Independence. Captain Mike Ford, who's over Hickory Grove. Major Tori Tellis, who is over our Northeast service area, which includes University, help me out, Hickory Grove? University and North Tryon. Captain Joan Gallant, who is over University Division. Lieutenant George Mentavalos, who is in Providence. Captain Julie Berry, she's our training academy. She's out here at the Training Academy. Tim Purdy is one of our recruit training officers. Jesse Wood is a lieutenant in Westover, and Mike Anderson is a captain in Providence Division. And the person who, so all of us out here are here to make sure that you and your family are successful in this profession. We do have one more person that I want to introduce, and that's Andrea Mullins here. And she is the lead recruit training officer. And if we can, I'd just love to give her a really generous round of applause. We would not be here today without her. I want to, one, thank you all for coming here and being a part of this incredible day back on October 24th, 2022. Seems like probably eons ago. It was a short 25 weeks ago. And we had 48 individuals who started in the break room back here, where we will very, very apropos that we will conclude our time here today in that room, because that is really where they started their career here at the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Was in that room there, didn't know what to do, had over 900 hours of training, took 35 different lesson plans, passed every single one of them, took a very comprehensive state exam, and we, as 1,700 sworn officers, are very proud of your family, of the kids, and I call them kids because I'm 51, just full disclosure. I've got 4 kids, 3 in college and 1 who's a senior in high school, so the kids that are graduating tomorrow are a lot closer to my kids than they are to me, which I guess says something about my age. But, and I'm just really proud of them. It has been an incredible ride and journey that they have undergone.
One of the things that we talk about is they have friends outside of this job. If they're spiritual, maintain that spirituality, okay? These friendships outside of this job allow us to stay grounded. But it's very hard to maintain these friendships Because when your buddies and your girlfriends are going out for a beer, we're going to work. When they say, hey, we're having a Christmas party, we're going to work. We don't have the luxuries that everybody else has working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So those friendships are very difficult to maintain. When they say, hey, let's go do this, I'm going to work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or I'm going to work at 10 o'clock at night. So those friendships are very difficult to maintain. The family unit can be stressed. But it's important that you maintain those friendships, the spirituality, and doing the things that you like to do before you got into this job. You will hear tomorrow a lot of people talking about family, how you're becoming part of a family. I cannot stress that enough. But we got to be able to drop our egos sometimes and reach out to the family members. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask the tough ones. I challenge you to, because that's what's going to make you complete as a family unit. And then being part of our family, which you all become part of, has a lot of great things behind it. We'd like to do a little thing here at the Academy. So if everybody will stand up for me real quick. We like to do 3 stomps and 3 claps, and I'll say, heck yeah. Might be a little different verbiage there, right? So at the count of 3, 3 stomps, 3 claps, and a heck yeah. 1, 2, 3. Enjoy your time here. Thank you.
The families of the recruits really enjoyed hearing about the new family they're joining with CMPD. It helps to put some of their worries behind them and to show them some of the great people that their loved one will be surrounded by over their career at CMPD.
His journey through wanting to be a police officer was challenging at first, considering the current situation that a lot of police officers are finding themselves in with the community. We were put to ease so much from his recruiter, who
answered all of our tough questions about the process. What was the life like of a police officer, which, you know, all we know is what we read in the papers, and it was nice to get somebody who's got the experience and put our minds at ease a little bit, you know, knowing that Spencer was making the right decision.
Yeah, really took his time. I mean, well over an hour of not only asking us questions about why we, how we feel about it, but that was the first step. And then once he was into the academy, I feel like we were really, really proud, and this is a wonderful department. I feel like he is in such good hands. He's got wonderful training, and
we've noticed he's matured. He's been more vocal with us, telling us about the process and what he's learned. Before it was like, we asked him a question, he was like, it's okay, or everything's fine. But now he gets into it and explains it to us, which tells us he really, truly loves what he's going to be doing.
Yeah.
2 demonstrations were held for families while at the Academy. The first was a rundown on CMPD's K-9 unit. The second was a competition where 2 recruits showed the crowd what they'd learned down at the range.
He is a tracking person locator, so mainly for suspects who, let's say there's a jump and run from a vehicle, or an armed robbery or shooting or something like that, or they run out the door from a break-in, and officers set up a perimeter. You know, they call for K-9, and we'll come out there and track. So that's primarily our call for service, are locating bad guys.
Yeah. Ready? Yeah, you got your assignment yet? Freedom, okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, all right, that's awesome. So welcome, and glad to have you on board and start looking at your careers and what you want to do. Look 5 years down the road every time. All right, hey, good to see you. Thanks, Chief.
We've all heard of passing down the family tradition, but when both of your parents have retired as law enforcement officers, that gives CMPD family a whole new meaning.
I think throughout the years he decided that he wanted to make this his career by watching us in and out on our daily routine, back and forth for the things that we do. So I guess after he went through college, he decided that, hey, he wants to follow in his parents' footsteps. I am very happy at this point. I wasn't at the beginning because, like I said, after my completion of 30 years, I became mom. A real mom. And now that it took me a little while to get to that point, to see my youngest decide that he wants to make a career in law enforcement. So I'm at that point now, and I think that the Charlotte-Mecklenburg PD will do a successful job in helping him to accomplish what he needs to accomplish and to be the person that he wants to be. And I hope with his experience through our family that this will give him input of the surrounding of what's going on today in law enforcement, that he become a very good officer.
The families went down to the range to gain some info on what the recruits have learned. But little did they know, they get a chance to see it.
At Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, try out for the SWAT team, our Special Weapons and Tactics team. You have to be able to shoot a 90 and try out for the team and be on it. So the class average was high enough to try out for the SWAT team. To be a firearms instructor in this state, before you can go to the school, you have to be able to shoot a 92. So the class average was just shy of the necessary qualifications to go to firearms instructorship. So they did pretty good.
In the target, then there's deductions for each round for your total score, and then they're averaged together. So they run the scores over and over again through that first phase of training in order to prepare for state qualification. If they do not qualify, they get to come back and reattempt after a certain amount of practice. If they don't qualify at that point, they're dismissed from the program.
We will demonstrate the course of fire. We got our two top shooters from this group. They're within probably a couple of tenths of a point of each other on their average scores from the whole time. So this is their grudge match to see who's actually on top. They were in the high 98 point something, 98.6 and 98.8, I think, averages for their whole time. So we're going to see how they do.
All right, 6 round throw, 6 round standing, 60 seconds. Watch the target.
The high score for the day, he beat the other half of the class.
Okay.
All right. And went too fast. So we're talking about, hey, he went too fast. He shot a 90. Okay. So that's still good, right? That's 20 point higher that's required. He's gonna beat himself up about it.
That is, but that's a high enough score to be able to try for the SWAT team.
But he hasn't been down here shooting every day like they were when we were training with him all the time. Right?
We had to.
We did already.
We went together shooting fight.
I knew you were going to get your uniform, baby. They're already set for graduation.
Only 2.
Thank you again.
I work Saturday morning.
We're going to be ecstatic. I mean, it's going to be a big experience for him and for us, you know, knowing that we've got to support everything he does in this job, and it's going to be emotional, but we'll be very excited for him.
Very proud of him.
Yep.
We're very excited, and the 26 weeks felt like it took forever, and now we're here in it, and we are so happy to see the end of the journey, the
And
brotherhood,
first finish
sisterhood.
line, now he starts the next journey.
Yeah.
So
very excited for him.
I think it's going to be teary. I know it's going to be breathtaking because, like I said, it was surprising, and now that we're at this point, it's just going to be breathtaking. and I think I'm gonna enjoy the ride.